Hi, Night Flight fans. We're talking with the one and only Ozzy Osbourne. Good evening, Ozzy.
What?
Good evening, Ozzy.
Hello there.
How are you?
Fine.
Ozzy, first of all, it has been rumored that you have bitten off the heads of doves, bats, dogs, everything. We want to set the record straight. What head did you really bite?
Well, in actual fact, if you want me to be funny, I bit my own head off. But in actual fact, some guy went at one gig on the last tour, threw a bat on stage, and every night we do a gig, you get all these crazy people that come and throw this junk on stage, and and I thought it was one of these rubber bats. I picked it up, and it was a real bat.
Was it alive?
Well, it was till I bit the head off it,
Yes. The next thing we want to get out of the way...
You can't say nothing about that now, can you?
Well, I could... Sure, you can say anything you want.
I mean, the taste of bats is very salty. Tastes like salt.
Tastes like anything else?
Well, yes, but I can't really say that on the air, can I, really?
No. Next, we want to see your tattoos, because we've heard you have the most incredible tattoos. Can you show them to us?
I have a piece of art here.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's great, don't you think? Tattooed by the bat.
And do you have any others?
Many more. I'm covered in them.
But, so let's see that one again.
That's my mother-in-law.
Ozzy, your reputation is that of a wild man. We want to know how that started.
If I can try and explain this situation
Please.
in one... I don't know. It's like, I think there's a wild man in everybody, It's like, all I am is a conductor of mayhem. I like to see people get off in a good way. I like to give myself to people as Ozzy. Ozzy is a sometimes very unhappy person because of one side of my life. It's like constant work and the understanding that people know me and like what I do. A lot of people do. I'm very privileged in that respect. But there's a side of me that wants to say, hey, I want to go fishing in a lake, I want to go whatever I want to do, I want to do everything what everybody else does. But because of what I am, because of who I am, I said to you earlier on before we came on the air, I'm a split personality. Ozzy Osbourne and John Osbourne is two different people. John Osbourne is talking to you now, but if you want to be Ozzy Osbourne, it's like takes over. It kind of, to be Ozzy 24 hours a day is kind of heavy. It's like people expect you to like bite the heads off things every day they see you. They pull phase at you when they recognize you in the street, and it ain't kind of fun, because like me and my wife Sharon go out to dinner sometimes, and people recognize us in the restaurant there. What's he eating, that duck? He probably bit the head off it, And it's kind of, so what, I mean, do you know why I do what I do? The reason why I do what I do is because it's what everybody wants to do, but they ain't got the guts to. And all I am is honest. I mean, okay, take it for instance. They put me, every gig I do, I get put down for biting the head off this and all this and cruelty to animals. I don't do all that junk. I nearly said shit then, but I don't do all that. I don't do it, but people elaborate on Ozzy Osbourne. People are my best publicists because they phone the next gig and they say, Ozzy, come in, he blew the head off 5 sheep and cut the ankles off 5 cows and whatever, It's like, people elaborate, and Ozzy Osbourne has been created through them, not through me. All I did was get out there and make a mistake of biting a head off a bat. And I tell you what, guys, it ain't fun when you get them rabies shots. Them shots hurt, man. It's like heavy duty, man. It's like, I had 24 shots of rabies vaccine, and it's not fun.
You're not going to bite any more bats?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Are you protected now? From
yeah.
the rabies?
My wife bit me this morning.
Are you calling your wife a bad Ozzy?
No, she's beautiful. My wife is the best. My wife, Shazzy's the best. I love her to death.
That's nice to hear. You said that you have a split personality. You
I have
the wild Ozzy Osbourne and the John Osbourne who likes to go fishing. How do you psych yourself up to be Ozzy, and how do you unwind to be John?
With great difficulty, actually. I mean, it's kind of difficult for me to sit here and answer these questions when I'm in myself, you know. It's kind of like saying, people say, hey man, it's Ozzy. You know, it's like, you got to go instantly. You got to go, I'm Ozzy, man. It's like, I'm happening, you know. I'm on. I'll never turn these guys down. They can come, and they can come. But all I say to myself is, surely to God, they respect me as a person as well as an artist, you know.
You've had some tough times, Ozzy. You were open enough to talk about it, and I think our fans would love to hear your comeback, as it were, from the road of what you talked about, drugs and booze.
I took a lot of drugs. I still drink booze. Not to the point, I mean, I have the ability to say enough, whereas a lot of these poor, unfortunate people say no. I took drugs like it was going out of fashion. But you know, one day I said to myself, hey man, that's a false existence, you know. Taking dope is a doper's attitude. It's like a freak. I'm not a freak. I've got a talent, a God-given talent, you know, to give to people. What do I want to spoil it for by taking drugs? Drugs is for fools, man.
And so you were able to get off them?
Sure, I mean, it's like, it's whatever you want to do. If you want to do, it's like, I mean, I had a drink problem at one time. I was drinking tons of alcohol every day. I went to a doctor, and the doctor said to me, he said, hey man, how bad do you want to get off the drink? And I just stopped and I said to myself, I don't know, you know. Until you say to yourself, I want to kick it, you know. That's the only time you'll kick it.
Who do you think has influenced your stage shows the most?
Me?
Where did you get your ideas from? From working in a mortuary when you were 15?
Adolf Hitler.
What do you mean by that, Ozzy?
Not for... Adolf Hitler had a charisma in a bad way. And I kind of admired him. He was a freak, he was a lunatic. But he had something about him, you know. I know it was all bad what he did. It was terrible what that guy did. He killed all these people and whatever. But it was like, he had something about him, you know. And I admired him, not for what he was, but for people. And I suddenly stopped to myself, hey man, if somebody put that in the positive way, for the good of mankind, and that's all I mean, whatever anybody says about me, I may be the biggest lunatic that you've ever met in your life, guys. But I'm here for you guys. I'm here for people. I'm here for enjoyment. I'm here for giving people my life, my soul, my everything.